Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Coming up here at 11, we've had some cloud cover working through as we've head throughout the evening, but the sunshine returns for your Monday. I'll break down what you can expect in your 4-1 forecast coming up.
All right, Brian, but we begin with a developing story on Detroit's east side. One man is dead after a drive-by shooting. Police say the victim was shot as he sat at a red light.
It happened at the intersection of 7 Mile Road and Ryan. Police say the man was able to drive a few more blocks before stopping in front of Pershing High School. Victor Williams joins us with what we're learning about this investigation.
Well, thankfully this happened on a Sunday, so there were no kids on campus. But police are now trying to get to the bottom of who would want to shoot someone at a traffic light at 7 Mile and Ryan.
We're tired of all the gun violence.
Commander Michael McGinnis speaking to Local 4 about yet another tragic shooting in the city. This time at a red light on the east side of town at 7 Mile and Ryan, leading to a crash at 5 p.m. on Sunday.
Victim was able to advance a few blocks, but then as you can see, his vehicle came to rest at the fence of Pershing High School.
Sadly, the victim behind the wheel of this Dodge Durango did not make it.
Our victim's a 50-year-old male, and he was declared deceased at scene here.
There's no idea who killed the 50-year-old, nor is there a description of the make or model of the car involved, other than a color and type of vehicle.
The offenders in this case were driving a vehicle that's been described as a gray or black four-door sedan.
Multiple blocks were taped off as police investigated the crime.
Well, it's a major intersection at 7 Mile and Ryan, so we had to block off the traffic because there is physical evidence in the intersection.
You can see just how many shell casings were on the ground being analyzed by evidence techs on the scene, with dozens of onlookers nearby.
Our hearts go out to the family. They've been at scene here, and we're in the process of making notifications, and those that have been notified are obviously upset for obvious reasons.
At this point, there's no word if this was a targeted attack or not. But in this case, there was only one victim.
Fortunately, there was no others struck by the gunfire. There was upwards of 11 rounds fired.
And unfortunately, there were no green light cameras in the area, but we are told that police are trying their best to find additional surveillance video that can lead them to who's responsible. Victor Williams, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Victor. A Detroit man formerly charged in the deadly shooting of a hotel worker in Dearborn. That man is 37-year-old Rashard Williams Lewis. He was formally arraigned on murder charges this afternoon. The shooting happened Thursday at the Hampton Inn on Michigan Avenue, and it led to a barricaded situation that lasted more than 7 hours. A 55-year-old man working at the hotel died, and a 21-year-old employee was also injured.
2 people are dead after a double shooting early this morning on Detroit's west side. Both incidents happened around 4 this morning. Police say one woman was found shot inside of a vehicle. She was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Just a short distance away, police found a man shot and killed. This investigation is ongoing. Stay with Local 4 and click on Detroit for any updates. One man is dead after an early morning fire on Detroit's west side.
This happened right around 11 this morning near Grand River and Metatal. A 75-year-old man died from his injuries. Investigators say that they found out about the fire by a woman who saw flames as she was driving by.
Of course, we're thankful. Anybody that makes an effort to help our citizens and keep us safe, we're thankful. But keep in mind, we're trained for this job, we're built for this job, but we don't want anyone else to get hurt. So if you see a fire, you hear about a fire, you see any smoke, you smell any smoke, just call 911 and let us come. We're coming. We're coming to do our job.
Fire investigators tonight are still saying that they are trying to figure out exactly what may have sparked that fire.
And temperatures are dropping down a little bit lower now, but it was a beautiful day outside today.
It really was beautiful. And then, you know what, as I walked by the door, Brian, I saw some raindrops.
Yeah, Sandra and Pamela, we've had a few minor raindrops working throughout this evening. The good news is I do think most everyone stays dry as we head into the overnight hours tonight. Exact Track 40 radar has a few showers right over downtown and then over toward Ann Arbor, working toward Howell, off toward Jackson. I've looked at some of the latest observations from the National National Weather Service, they are saying we are all dry, but I'm not going to rule out an isolated sprinkle as we head throughout the rest of the overnight hours tonight. Tower cam over downtown Detroit, plenty of cloud cover with that frontal boundary right on top of the region. So warmer tonight than we've been the past few nights at 11 o'clock. 55 right now here in Detroit, down to 53 over in Howell, 55 in Pontiac, and dropping to 53 right now as you work over into Adrian. The cloud cover and those isolated sprinkles still working on through most of the state this evening. Once this frontal boundary pushes through, sunshine is on the way tomorrow. We'll start off into the 40s in the morning, warming into the mid-60s by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon. We do have more chances for rain on the way by the time we get to the middle of the week. I'll break down what you can expect in your complete 4-1 forecast. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Sandra and Pamela.
All right, thank you, Brian. People living in a senior apartment complex have been now without heat for days, including Friday night when that freeze warning was in effect.
Yeah, this is happening at Lakeside Towers in Sterling Heights, and now the fire department is stepping in. Residents say management told them heat would be turned on November 1st, when it's usually turned on in the beginning of October. With colder temperatures, residents had to bundle up throughout the night.
It's not fair to us. We pay our rent, and we should be respectfully taken care of. They need to know that we are suffering, and this is not a joke. We are seniors.
We've reached out to management at the apartment complex on behalf of those residents, and we're still waiting to hear back.
Michigan senators are now asking the Inspector General of the Department of Veterans Affairs to look into serious allegations of misconduct by management at Detroit's D Dingle VA Medical Center. Grant Herms joins us with more.
After internal investigations and the removal of 3 leaders at the medical center, Michigan senators now calling for a federal investigation into serious allegations of poor care and misconduct at the hospital that has a multi-million-dollar budget and serves thousands of veterans every year.
Senator Debbie Stabenow talking about the call to investigate Detroit's D Dingle VA Medical Center after allegations of misconduct were made.
They were doing internal investigations, replaced the people involved. They've now then brought it to all of us, and we're going to make sure this is done right.
Despite those internal investigations, Stabenow and Senator Gary Peters now calling on the Office of the VA's Inspector General to look into what they call serious allegations of misconduct by management, saying it had been brought to their attention by patients, family, and even staff that veterans had received substandard or improper care, and that the VA had, quote, failed to notify Congress of these allegations in a timely manner. The senators want an investigation into what happened, whether it was covered up, and who is responsible for oversight.
I mean, there's no question. I mean, this is named after John Dingle, and certainly, I mean, you know, he I'm sure is having a fit from heaven looking down on this. And so, but I also know that our current leadership, the VA, Dennis McDonough, is somebody who is all over this.
Local 4 did reach out to the medical center in response. VA Press Secretary Terrence Hayes saying, quote, patient safety is our top priority. We take these allegations very seriously, and we have an ongoing investigation into the matter. We appreciate the advocacy of these senators and, as always, welcome oversight from the Office of the Inspector General.
Now, it's unclear whether the Inspector General has launched this investigation just yet, but both senators have said they want regular updates from the OIG, updates that we plan on asking for as well. Grant Herms, Local 4.
All right. Thank you, Grant. The trial continues this week for the 3 men accused of helping in the plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer. Joe Morrison, Pete Musico, and Paul Billar are charged with 3 crimes in state court in Jackson County. Last week, the state told jurors the 3 were members of the Wolverine Watchmen. They described the group as a gang that hated government and wanted to kill law enforcement. Attorneys for those 3 men say their clients did not provide materials or support to the men who plotted the kidnapping.
And a bit of good news here. After a weekend of closures, several freeways are set to reopen by the time you wake up.
We are talking about the southbound Lodge Freeway from the Davison Freeway to I-94. Northbound I-75 will reopen from 8 Mile to I-375. And then over on I-96, the westbound local lanes from the Davison Freeway to the Southfield Freeway. All freeways will reopen just in time for the morning commute at 5 a.m. Still to come, tensions between Russia and Ukraine are escalating.
What we're learning about a new round of missile strikes in one Ukrainian city. But first, her job is to make sure students get to school and stay there. How Detroit public schools are battling back against chronic absenteeism, and it goes way beyond just a phone call. We'll show you next.